Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, you all can call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Earthbound. Now, once again, this episode is indeed post-commentary because I lost my audio for this, unfortunately, because I was a dum-dum. But regardless, last time we left off, we checked out Saturn Valley and met Mr. Saturn. Well, the race of Mr. Saturn's great time. And we noticed that to get into the secret base, he told us that we had to, the guy will say the password and say, wait 3 minutes. That's exactly what I did off screen. And, yep, if you don't touch a controller at all, you'll get in there, boom, you're into the secret base. Safety first, don't get injured. It's like, oh, well, at least they mentioned safety. And it's like, oh no. Remember, this is like a little mini boss that we had beforehand. Dude, bring some fly honey. It's his favorite. Well, we did actually. We have a jar of it. Remember, we defeated a tent, and he gave it to us. And it's like, you can talk to him again. I was like, wait a minute. What happens if we say no? Well, you get into a fight. So, it's, I think, a different enemy. Like, it's, I think it just could be a palette swap. But they are essentially the same tactic to fight them. They're weak to freeze, and everyone else can just attack or do something else. But he does do that attack, or he does do that breath attack, whatever, and that does make them cry. And I think what crying does, I could be wrong, I think it can make them miss or make them not actually perform an attack. I think they can miss. I totally don't know. I mean, once again, I forget a lot of things about this game, unfortunately. When it comes to RPGs, I need to consistently play them. I can't take breaks from or else I'm going to forget something. Ness goes up to level 26, offense by 2, speed by 1, guts by 1, HP by 3, all normal stuff. Now, here are probably my favorite enemies in this freaking little place. These are called Foppies. And it's like, oh, it's a red little dot thing. Is he weak, strong? What the hell is he in store for us? Watch this. Boom. One hit, easy, dead. 437 experience from that one fight. Think about that. From that just one thing, they're that easy. And when you go in that door, you're ambushed by farm zombies. Easily wiped out using fire. Jeff is now level 21, which, I don't know. I think I'll maybe explain my tactics there. HP 1 up by 2. That's it. Jeff, come on, buddy. But in here, we find a bomb. Another one. That's probably at this point I'm like, I probably should be using these items instead of taking up my inventory space, but whatever. You see all those freaking Foppies? You see all those? I actually left this one in because I just want to show you how easy it is to destroy them. And they rarely attack, or at least it's not really hard, or they don't hit hard, to my knowledge. So I'm like, oh, screw it. Then if one of them gave me 457 experience, then what the hell is 3 gonna do? And you noticed like how many Foppies were right outside. 1,300 experience for a very easy battle, and there's another group of them. And the best thing is they're all around this base. You can probably like spawn manipulate them, and it's actually a very good grinding spot. And just as a little spoiler thing, I did do that at one point in this video. Look at all that. To me, that's all just experience. All experience. And as you see there, Paul went by level 22. Decent level up. And same thing with Jeff. Yeah, 1s and 2s, but still. A level up is a level up. It's just insane, like, how abundant these enemies are, and how much freaking HP, or how much experience you get out of them. So, if you're at this point in the game, I would recommend, possibly taking the time to constantly attack them. Well, there's that barf, but I also do see the ladder. Now you notice I was a little hesitant going up there because I was like, are these enemies or not? But apparently you can just talk to them. I hate how the game kind of does that. It's like, wait, I don't know. Is this a good thing, bad? Maybe I'm not prepared to go into another battle, but... I think right there I was trying to figure out, like, how the hell do you say Giygas, or Giygas, but everybody has their own little thing to it. And now the walking testicles have ball and chain attached to it. I was like, well, that's kind of sad. I don't know if they're slaves. What type of work are they actually doing? They don't seem to have hands. But then again, that goes into the realm of video game logic. I know I shouldn't be doing so, but dear God, that's all I ever apparently do. And once again, as I mentioned, you see those floppies, kill them. Because very easy experience. As you can see right there. Offense by 2, luck by 1, HP by 2, and he learns Hypnosis Omega, I believe. I'm like, holy crap, I don't think we've got an Omega spell already. Or yet. So, we're doing pretty good. I was like, great. And of course, this little bastard just didn't want to die with them, so now I just took him out alone. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. It's not like you were going to win even with the group, but still. You go in this door, and just like the one above, you get ambushed. But once again, using fire, boom, takes care of them pretty freaking easily. They're not that tough of a monster to deal with. So in here we get an IQ capsule. Now, IQ capsules, and I think any types of capsules, they're permanent upgrades. And in here, what do we got? A broken laser. You don't want to leave this area without those 2 items. Now, the thing is, if for whatever reason you're full in inventory space, get rid of something or move something to somewhere else, because there's a way we can just take out only one thing and actually use both items. Like I said, the IQ capsule can be used immediately, and it'll be permanent. It's a permanent increase to whatever stat it's attached to. So, for an IQ capsule, it's going to increase the person's IQ. Usually, I think just by 1. Now, here's where I was a little afraid. So I get down to the IQ capsule, and I was about to select use. I'm like, crap, wait a minute. It's not in Jeff's inventory. It's in Paula's. Now, if I select use, is it going to only be used on Paula, or is it going to give me a choice? And this is where I got confused, because it only relates to items or weapons, or like anything equipable. That's where it kind of relates to. It does not relate to health items or stuff you can actually use things on, like other characters. So here, that's why I was kind of freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, wait, I want to use the IQ capsule. I want it on Jeff. I think eventually I find out right here. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to use it. I'm like, oh, whoa, look, I can use it on anybody. I'm like, oh, well, crisis averted. So yeah. You find it funny that I'm like, well, funny, sad, whatever, that I'm already into episode, what is this, 16 of the series, or 17 of the series, and I can still get messed up in terms of the game mechanics, or I still may not know everything, and it's like, oh man, what does that even say? I love RPGs, I really do, and I'm so happy I'm actually finally getting to play this masterpiece. Screw those bastards. But once again, it needs to be something where I need to consistently play so I know what the hell I'm doing. Or at least I, like, yeah, remember where I'm at and, like, just kind of get the flow going. So, a couple ones, not really the greatest. Jeff, I don't even know, is it the same thing? Defense by 2, speed by 1, guts by 1, IQ by 1. Nice IQ thing. We needed IQ. Crap, I was going to say something until I forgot. Screw it. If it comes to mind, I'll say it. Oh, well, there is another enemy and another door, and since we've already seen a pattern of the other doors in this area, then we're probably going to get an ambush. And that's what I just automatically assumed, and, well, you'll see what happens when I actually go through a door in a matter of a few seconds. Open a door, and, well, not zombies, but by those mostly bad flies. They're not tough. You really don't gotta worry about it. Now in here, I don't even know when I get a vital capsule. So obviously, vitality goes up by 1. HP Sucker is actually a very nice item that can be used, I think, only by Jeff. The Calorie Stick is just a health item. I'm not really sure how much it heals you for. But, let's see here. So the Vitality Capsule, I think, this is where I got confused about what stat does what. Like, so, like, yeah, I think it's Guts and Vitality I'm still a little iffy on in terms of what they actually do. Mainly more for Guts. So I think here I just figured, I was like, well, who has the most of it? Maybe they're going to benefit from it the most. So I think in the end, I just go ahead and give it to Ness. And I was like, okay, here's some Guts for you. And I don't know, every time I think of the word Guts, I automatically assume or think of Nickelodeon. Because they had Guts, like, it was a TV show, something. I forgot what it was, but I know they had something dealing with the word Guts. And I guess it's like some type of imprint in my brain. It's like, Guts, boom, Nickelodeon. It's like, oh, great, thank you for that. Oh, excuse me. Once again, I'm doing this a little late into the day, and I'm doing this video right after the last post-commentary video as well. You know, to me, I always kind of find it weird when there are LPers out there who prefer post-commentary. You know, excuse me, I shouldn't say it's weird that they do so. I would personally just find it difficult. Because it's like, you know, you were already recording the footage. You know, maybe it would have been better to kind of get that live reaction from somebody, but the huge thing here is if you play the game normally, you know, without commentating, you can just solely focus on playing the game. When you do what I do, or a lot of LPers do, and that's do live commentary, you gotta play the game not only well, at least to the best of your ability, while also commentating. And yeah, you can easily lose your train of thought. Very easily. But, to some LPers, live commentary, post-commentary just comes easier. You know, it's kind of just, whatever is all good with you, man. That's really it. Now, I know I quickly went over that HP Sucker ability, and I never turn around when you see an enemy. The HP Sucker basically does what it says. It sucks HP out of enemies, and only Jeff can use it, but he can use it numerous times. Now, here is where I was thinking, wait a minute. They gave us a magic butterfly here, and we know that magic butterflies give us some PP back. Not all of it, but at least a decent amount. And in this game, whenever you see a magic butterfly in an area, you can make it respawn by going into an area and exiting, you know, doing that back and forth, and it should reappear. And you notice that by having a magic butterfly, we can heal ourselves as well because, well, Ness's ability. So it's like, oh, this may actually call for a pretty awesome grinding session. And that's exactly what I did right here. You'll see. I think this is where something pretty awesome happens. Let's see. So now Ness is at level 28. His offense goes up by 4, speed by 1, guts by 2, vitality by 3, IQ by 2, luck by 2. I thought I read that wrong. This is where I started freaking out. I'm like, no, there's no way. But no, his HP went up by freaking 55. And I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. And his PP goes up by 9. So that level up was amazing for him. And then Paul goes up by level 24. Offense by 5, defense by 1, speed by 2, vitality by 1, IQ by 1, luck by 1, max HP by 11, and PP by 3. And she learns Magnet Omega. So that's pretty nice. Now Jeff, offense by 4, defense by 1, vitality by 1, IQ by 3. That's huge for him. And HP by 10. So they all got something very nice. Now this is where I grinded, like for about like 5 minutes off screen. She learns Thunder Beta. So yeah, that to me, I would recommend that's probably the best grinding spot as of right now at this point in the game, because if you come across those floppies, they give you like, if you don't have a group of them, you get maybe at least a minimum of like 1,000 experience, and they go down pretty freaking easily. And because you have that magic butterfly, you can always heal yourself up, get your PP back, and just rinse and repeat. That's basically what I did. So, you know, there's that if you want a level up or two. And now Jeff goes up by level 25, and you see that it's like, oh, but that last level though. And that's why I'm kind of mad my commentary was lost, because I was kind of freaking. I'm like, oh my god, did it seriously go up by 55? And you see here, I'm like, oh crap, I think that's the boss. One, because his sprite looks pretty unique, and he looks pretty damn huge. I'm like, well, I guess I'm ready. So, yep, those are burping sounds. You can just assume that this is freaking Master Belch. And he, well, obviously, he's laughing at us. He kind of reminds me of Jabba the Hutt. And burping right in our face. That's great. Taking that big time to get ready for the worst fight of your life. Oh, Lord. Okay. We'll see about that. So, obviously, I hope you guys are ready, because this is where we're going to have a boss fight with Master Belch. Or Belch. Or whatever. Now, you would think that, alright, the other slime enemies were weak to, what the hell is it called? Freeze. And it's kind of the same thing. I was like, he has to be weak to that. But, you know, I thought, you know what, let's use paralysis, the good old boss killing item. I was like, let's see if it works on him. And once again, since I thought that the other slime monsters are weak to freeze, he must be weak to freeze. As you can see here, well, yeah, 256, and he got solidified. It's insane. And does paralysis work? Yes, it does. And we learned that he's open to hypnosis. I think I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think I've ever used hypnosis yet. So, but you know what? This is probably the best time to do so. The only thing between Alpha and Omega is you can use on one enemy or all enemies. So I'm like, oh, I think I have this battle in the bag. You know, obviously he's weak to freeze. And this is where I actually start using items from Jeff, so he can actually kind of free up some item space. Or maybe not. Maybe did I not do it? And all hypnosis does, it makes him fall asleep, but sometimes it makes him wake up again. But don't forget, he's still freaking numb. So, he still can't do anything to us. I mean, and it's at this point where I'm like, well, you know, I've dealt a decent amount of damage to this guy, and he's still not dropping. Like, Paula alone must have dealt like 700, 800 HP of damage. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's not right. Now, you notice how they mentioned that he likes fly honey? You actually need to use that item on him. I'm not sure if it's going to tell us. So she opened a bar of fly honey, and he grabbed the jar. It is now at this point he becomes vulnerable. Now, I wish there was a more of a, I guess, telltale sign that that's actually what you need to do, or it's like working. Because it seems like I was dealing a lot of damage beforehand, but just he wouldn't go down. But as you'll see in a moment here, by using that jar of fly honey, he is gonna fall down hard. And it's like, oh, okay. I mean, yes, I can assume it maybe had like a lot of HP, but I'm not sure if that's how it's gonna work as of yet. A lot of the bosses didn't really have that much HP, so why would he have like a ridiculous amount? And he learns Paralysis Omega, so I'm like, cool. Even fight. Dude, you didn't even do anything. What the hell are you talking about, even fight? He managed to get the Money statue into Foreside. Uh-oh. We heard about that before. I think from Mr. Blue? The cult leader, dude. From from right next to Tucson. And these guys, they escaped, but it's like, you escaped. Why didn't you actually go a little bit further out, you know, away from the secret base? You know, there's an exit coming up right there. Just leave. But screw it. Stinky P. What do you think, man? We're fighting a thing made of pure crap. You know what he reminded me of? You know that Digimon? Well, from the show Digimon. He was a literal piece of crap. I forgot his name. But he was just a big piece of a walking piece of crap. So that must have been a butt of many jokes back in the day. Actually, I'm not even sure if Digimon still comes on. I'm fairly certain it does, but I wouldn't know. Drink coffee before go? Say yes to me? I'm like, well, dude, I don't know, man. But yeah, sure, why the hell not? But this is where something very, trippy happens. When I saw this, I probably shouldn't have been, like, taken aback. I'm like, what the hell? We already know how quirky this game is. You've traveled very far from home. Do you remember how your long and winding journey began with someone pounding at your door? It was Pokey, the worst person in your neighborhood, who knocked on the door on that fateful night. And yeah, that's true. He almost took the damn door out of the hinges because he was knocking on it so damn hard. On your way, you have walked, thought, and fought. Yet through all this, you have never lost your courage. You have grown steadily stronger, though you have experienced the pain of battle many times. Yes, and died many times. Wasn't fun, but what are you gonna do? You are no longer alone in your adventure. Paula, who is steadfast, kind, and even pretty, is always at your side. Jeff is with you as well. He is timid, he came from a distant land to help you. Ness, as you certainly know by now, you are not a regular young man. You have an awesome destiny to fulfill. Like, totally rad, dude. Just completely awesome. You need to fulfill this destiny. I love how they even said, like, oh yeah, and Paula, she's even pretty. What the hell? The journey from this point will be long, and it will be more difficult than anything you have undergone to this point. Yet, I know you will be alright. When good battles evil, which side do you believe wins? Do you have faith that good is triumphant? Yeah, but I was a little taken back and a little worried. I'm like, oh my god, the game's gonna get even harder? Oh no, but I'm sure we'll be okay. One thing you must never lose is courage. If you believe in the goal you are striving for, you will be courageous. There are many difficult times ahead, but you must keep your sense of humor, work through the tough situations, and enjoy yourself. And I think that's exactly what's happening with this freaking acid trip from drinking coffee. God knows if the guy put roofies in there and Molly, who knows. When you have finished this cup of coffee, your adventure will begin again. Next, you must pass through a vast desert and proceed to the big city of Foreside. And actually, it's kind of interesting. Somebody else mentioned to me, like, Pharaoh, did you catch the names of the towns we visited yet? There was, well, actually, Ness, Paula, Jeff, and Pooh. Whenever we see you, I wish you luck. Who's I? I don't know. But if you notice the towns we've been to before, we have Onett, or Onett, whatever you want to call it, Tucson, and Threed. And the next major place is Foreside. And I'm like, oh, like when I first realized, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And of course, I got a call from my father telling me to stop playing the damn game. He wants us to go to bed, and he thinks it's been up to, taking a break. And I'm like, hell no. But I think going to bed is actually what I'm going to do after this recording. But yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I don't know if they're going to continue with that numbering, thing later. I don't know. And if you actually want to heal fully, you can go into this hot springs, just wait a little bit, and you'll get full HP and full PP, and that's freaking awesome. And they made the ladder longer, so now we can go directly to the hot springs, and we can just kind of skip things. But that is actually it for right now. That's actually the Milky Well hole, and it's like, oh, okay, that's obviously our next destination. And I once again forgot that this bastard wants to take yet another picture of us. It wasn't even that long ago. He took a picture in front of us from the waterfall. Jeff's not even looking at the picture. He's looking at the sign. Screw it. But I'm like, you know what? Perfect time to call the episode. I did a lot. And ladies and gentlemen, I promise that the next episodes will now be live commentary. I apologize for the, if you want to say, the hastefulness of for the previous two. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Earthbound. Love you all. I'll see you guys later.